What's up everyone? My name is Forsaken, and today we are going to make something awesome. Now I'm going to begin this video by telling you something that I learned well towards the end. I play this on PC, as you can see with the cursor moving around. Well, the console might have some type of indicator, but I'm not aware if they do. There is a way that you can manipulate the layers if you play on PC. It's not obvious, but what you do is you right click on the layer that you want to move, or grouping. If you link a bunch of layers together and choose to group layers, then you can right click on it for cut, and then you right click the layer that you want to place it above. You can go as far back as to the very first layer, or it might be the layer you want to place it below. Either way, then you click copy, or paste rather, and that will insert your group further back or forward in the layer sequence. The first emblem I made, I didn't know how to do this. I actually hit a spot in this one towards the end where I had no choice but to either delete and copy and paste small groupings of the image, because I had too many layers to do them all at once, to manipulate them to move forward in the layer sequence that way. But thanks to the internet, somebody already figured this out. So it is possible. It's not really obvious, but it's fairly easy once you learn how to do it. Now you won't see it implemented until the very end when I'm actually doing the body of Morty, because since I did the head first, the body would have been over the head, and it would have been just a huge pain in the ass to build the body around the head to make it appear as if it was behind it. And something to be aware of: make sure you are happy with the colors that you choose. If you go to the RGB and move the colors gradients around to choose your color that way, because it's something that you cannot pick, and I haven't figured out a way to store it and re-access that same color later. Note the values. You'll have red, you'll have green, you'll have blue. Make sure you write down the numbers, because then you can match all of your colors across your image. And if you are not happy with it and you go to tweak it later, for instance, the skin tone, I end up making Morty have a tan. He is far darker than he is in the series, and I didn't really pick up on that until much later. So going back to readjust all of the layers that made up his body at the end, it was really tedious, because I had different areas grouped together. Because that's something, if you don't know that, you can click to link a series of layers and then group those layers together. For instance, the parts that make up an eye and the other eye and the mouth. And that way, if you have to adjust, you can do them proportionately to the other pieces that make up that image. This video is quite a bit longer than the other one, even though the time it took me to make the emblem is equivalent, essentially. Someone was kind enough to point out to me that it was difficult to see exactly what I was doing if you yourself wanted to reproduce this image. And you can do it. Tweak it, make me do a Martian, whatever. That's what it's here for. I'm just uncertain about the amount of time that people are really willing to sit and watch an emblem be made. Now, the more complicated it is, the longer it takes, the more nuanced the image placement for the layers is, and so it has to be longer if it's being watched for an informational thing and less for a entertainment thing. So give me a comment, if it needs to be sped up, slowed down, I will adjust my emblem videos going forward. because I'm probably going to make a bunch of these. The previous one was far more popular than I had expected. And thank anyone who has watched that one and is watching this one as well. Now right here is what I was talking about. When I put this square that's going to be the bulk of his body, it was on top of his face in order to move it to the first layer, because the first layer is bottom and the last layer is top, and they stack sequentially from the first to the last. So you right click, you cut, then you go to the layer that you want to put that particular layer that you cut beneath, and then you right click and hit paste. This is a game changer for sure, and it's, like I said, it's not explained to you at all, but thank God for the internet.